On this Friday night, we're talking about the growth of the brewery industry here in Wisconsin.
So we're hearing from two breweries, one well-known, one still growing. NBC 26's Max Grossfeld has our taste of what brewing is really like.
Tucked into the hills, just a short drive south of Madison, the New Glarus Brewing Company makes beer exclusively for Wisconsinites. You can only buy their product in the Badger State.
But historically, beer has always been local, and so we subscribe to that.
While brewmaster Daniel Carey and his wife Deb have seen their cup, or more accurately their keg, overflow with success over the past 25 years, it didn't start out that way.
Say when we started our brewery, we actually found used equipment at a foreclosure auction in Appleton, and it was probably some of the most primitive brewing equipment that you would see compared to what people have now.
Much of that equipment was secondhand from dairy operations. It probably looked a lot like this space, the Thumb Knuckle Brewing Company.
Wisconsin kind of looks like a hand, and we're in Kewaunee County, so that's the knuckle, the thumb there.
Thumb Knuckle brewmaster Edward Theory is also using dairy equipment as it grows his business, but his career mirrors Carey's in another way. Both got their start brewing in Germany. After getting married overseas, Theory decided it was time to come home to Northeast Wisconsin.
Oh man, it was just something that I thought was really interesting. I started home brewing about 10 years ago, one summer away from college, and really liked it, so I stuck with it.
New Glarus's rise runs parallel to the bubbling up of craft breweries across the state like Thumb Knuckle. Just 7 years ago, there were only 73 craft breweries in the state, according to the Brewers Association. Now there's about double that many, making it a $2 billion a year industry and still growing.
It's a hot business and everyone's trying to get in and make their money, and they just enjoy beer.
In 1993, New Glarus Brewing Company brewed only 199 barrels all year, making them one of the smallest in the state. Now they brew more than 226,000. In fact, this mash tine can make 100 barrels of beer alone.
We've tried to be conservative in how we grow, not grow too fast, so we wouldn't have to be bought out by somebody. So every year we just keep trying to do better and better.
Theory's operation, almost a year old, is very similar to how Carey described the early New Glarus, pumping out several hundred barrels a year.
Yeah, we did pretty much everything that we could ourselves. Lots of help from friends and family, and just put a lot of work into it.
But when Theory took that first sip of his own beer,
so that was a great feeling, just to know that all of our hard work really paid off and got the beer that we wanted.
Now, Theory gets to watch customers enjoy his beer in a tap room attached to the brewery.
The beer's great. Cheers.
While Theory says massive success would be nice, he's enjoying the moment.
It's pretty awesome how it is now. I really enjoy it. It's a great thing brewing beer, and I loved it as a hobby, and I love how it is now. So.
Meanwhile, down in New Glarus, Carey says at this point, the biggest smile on his face comes from the success of his employees, who are all part owners of the company.
When they buy homes for the first time, when they buy nice cars, when people bring their brand new babies by, honestly, that's what brings me the most pride.
Two breweries, miles apart in production, but close in tradition, roots, and a pride in delivering a frosty beverage to Wisconsin customers. Keeping you connected from Luxembourg to New Glarus, Max Grossfeld, NBC 26.